Was Atlantis a myth, or did it actually exist? For centuries, people have searched for evidence of the lost city. Was it a real ancient civilization or simply a legend? Was it destroyed by a catastrophe? The truth about Atlantis may be stranger than fiction. Let's unravel the mystery. Why has Atlantis fascinated people for thousands of years? The legend of Atlantis comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. He described a powerful and advanced civilization that vanished beneath the sea around 9,000 years before his time. Since then, countless explorers, historians, and conspiracy theorists have tried to uncover its secrets. Atlantis has been linked to real ancient cities such as Santorini, Troy, and even locations as far as the Americas. Some believe it was an advanced society wiped out by a natural disaster, while others think it never existed at all. Despite the lack of solid evidence, the idea of Atlantis continues to spark curiosity, and has inspired stories from ancient texts to modern films. Could Atlantis have been based on a real place? Or was it simply a metaphor for human ambition and downfall? We'll explore the origins, theories, and possible truths behind one of history's greatest mysteries. Why did Plato write about Atlantis? Plato introduced Atlantis around 360 BCE in two of his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. According to him, Atlantis was a great naval power that attempted to conquer Athens but was ultimately defeated. This was right before being swallowed up by the sea. Plato claimed the story was passed down from Egyptian priests to the Greek statesman Solon, who shared it with his descendants. Many scholars believe that Atlantis was meant to be an allegory, a fictional city representing the dangers of human arrogance and moral decline. However, some researchers argue that Plato may have based Atlantis on real events, such as the destruction of Minoan Crete or the Thera eruption. These events wiped out parts of the Mediterranean. If Atlantis was real, where could it have been located? The search for its remains continues to this day. Is there any real evidence that Atlantis existed? Many historians believe that Atlantis was simply a philosophical myth created by Plato to illustrate his ideas on political corruption, power, and the downfall of civilizations. However, others point to real historical events that could have inspired the story, such as the fall of the Minoan civilization due to the massive volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. Some claim that Plato exaggerated or misunderstood real places, merging different stories into one grand legend. Atlantis may not have been a single city, but rather a symbolic representation of lost civilizations throughout history. Without definitive proof, the debate remains open. Is Atlantis just a cautionary tale, or was it a real place that is yet to be discovered? If Atlantis was real, where could it have been? Plato described Atlantis as lying beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Today they are believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar, which lead to the Atlantic Ocean. This has led many to speculate that Atlantis was in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, or even in Antarctica. Others suggest that Atlantis was actually Minoan Crete or Santorini, as both had advanced civilizations that mysteriously collapsed. Some claim that remnants of Atlantis can be found near the Bahamas' Bimini Road, a submerged rock formation that resembles a man-made pathway. The Richat structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara, has gained attention in recent years. Some theorists suggest that it matches Plato's descriptions of Atlantis. Despite extensive searching, no confirmed ruins of Atlantis have been found, at least not yet. If Atlantis was real, what caused its destruction? According to Plato, Atlantis was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of catastrophic events. Some researchers believe this could refer to a massive earthquake, volcanic eruption, or even a tsunami. The Thera eruption, which wiped out parts of the Minoan civilization, is often cited as a possible historical parallel to Atlantis' destruction. Others suggest that Atlantis may have been lost due to rising sea levels after the last ice age. Still others speculate that the city sank due to a shifting tectonic plate, pushing Atlantis beneath the ocean floor. Could an ancient civilization have truly been lost in such a dramatic fashion? Modern science is still searching for answers. Was Atlantis more advanced than other ancient societies? Some theories suggest that Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization, possibly even more technologically developed than we understand. Legends speak of massive temples, a powerful navy, and advanced engineering skills. Alternative theories claim that Atlanteans may have been early scientists, mathematicians, or even pioneers in seafaring. This would make them one of the most influential lost cultures in history. There are even theories that Atlantis had mystical or extraterrestrial connections, with ancient astronaut theorists claiming the Atlanteans may have been influenced by beings from beyond Earth. While mainstream historians remain skeptical, the idea of a lost advanced civilization continues to capture imaginations worldwide. How would the world look today if Atlantis had never been lost? If Atlantis was an advanced civilization, its survival could have significantly altered human history. Imagine if their engineering, science, and medical advancements had been passed down without disruption. How much further ahead could modern civilization be today? Some researchers speculate that we could have achieved space travel, renewable energy dominance, or even AI-level intelligence centuries ago. A thriving Atlantis may have influenced other civilizations more directly, leading to earlier globalization, interconnected societies, and advanced infrastructure across continents. Instead of isolated technological booms, human progress might have followed a steady, uninterrupted trajectory toward incredible advancements. Furthermore, if Atlantis had survived, it might have reshaped the political landscape of ancient civilizations. Would the Roman Empire, the Egyptian dynasties, or even Chinese imperial rule have evolved differently if they had access to Atlantean knowledge? The power dynamics of the ancient world could have been drastically different. Could modern society be centuries ahead of where it is today if Atlantis had continued to flourish? The possibilities are endless, but without proof, they remain speculation. One thing is certain: the loss of such a civilization, if real, represents one of the greatest setbacks in human history. Would it be possible to recreate Atlantis using modern technology? With today's advancements in underwater construction, AI, and renewable energy, some experts believe that a real-life version of Atlantis could be built. Visionaries in architecture and engineering are already proposing concepts for floating cities, deep-sea research bases, and fully self-sustaining oceanic communities. Projects like the Ocean Spiral, Japan's underwater city concept, Dubai's floating seahorse villas, and the Maldives' floating city project are just a few examples of humanity's push toward ocean-based living. With the right technology, it's entirely possible that an advanced, self-sustaining civilization could be built beneath the waves. Of course, the challenges are enormous. Extreme pressure, deep-sea environments, funding, geopolitical concerns, and climate changes all present serious obstacles to an underwater metropolis. But if humanity continues to push the boundaries of technology, an underwater city could one day mirror the grandeur of Atlantis, this time built with the knowledge to withstand natural disasters. If a modern Atlantis were to be constructed, it could serve as a model for sustainable living, utilizing solar, wind, and tidal energy to power an independent, eco-friendly society. Could this be the future of civilization? As climate change threatens coastal cities, perhaps humanity's future lies in the ocean after all. Would we learn from the mistakes of the past, or would history repeat itself? The thought of a reborn Atlantis is an exciting glimpse into what might be possible. Will we ever find Atlantis? Atlantis remains one of the greatest mysteries in human history. Whether it was a real place or a moral lesson from Plato, the fascination with this lost civilization continues to inspire researchers, explorers, and dreamers alike. Modern technology, including underwater mapping, satellite imagery, and deep-sea exploration, may one day uncover evidence of a lost civilization that could match Atlantis. Even if Atlantis was never real, the legend serves as a reminder of how fragile civilizations can be, whether due to natural disasters, war, or internal corruption. Perhaps the true lesson of Atlantis is that great societies can rise and fall, but their stories endure. Whether or not we ever find the ruins of Atlantis, the search for lost knowledge will always be part of what drives humanity forward. What do you think? Was Atlantis real, or just a story? The search for the truth continues. Do you believe Atlantis was a real civilization? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell, so you never miss our latest deep dive into history's biggest mysteries. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.